My name is Alan Boss. I'm a former boys basketball coach here at Verona High School. And we want to just take a couple minutes to remember Will Kellerman and just talk briefly about Opportunity 34. I had the privilege to coach Will for 3 years here at Verona High School. And Will's greatness as a basketball player is posted back there on the board for our all-time leading scorers. But his greatness goes much beyond basketball, and his legacy goes much beyond basketball. For those of you who may not know, Will was killed in a car accident a little over a year ago. And as I reflect on Will's legacy and his life, there's sort of 3 things that really come to my mind. Number 1, Will had a true passion for basketball, a true passion for the game of basketball. And his passion was transparent. And because it was transparent and he was so passionate, he was the heart and soul of the teams that he played for. And as a coach, Coach Collins knows this, there's not a lot of teams where you can pick out one individual and say, that kid is the heart and soul. But that was Will Kellerman. And his heart and his soul and his exuberance was on display all the time. It wasn't just on the court during games, it was on the bench during timeouts, it was in the locker room before a game, halftime, after a game. It was on the practice floor every day. And he was a leader. And he's the one that drove the success of our team. The second thing is that his passion and exuberance and his commitment carried into Will's relationships. Will was a people person, and because of that, he was able to forge community, and he brought students of all backgrounds together and formed bonds with all the people that he played with. And if any of you participated in or heard about or read about Will's visitation, it was here in this gym, rightfully so, and hundreds and hundreds of people came to pay their respects to Will and to Will's family. People waited in line for 3 hours just to have that opportunity to pay their respects. And if you saw the crowd that was here for that visitation, you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Will was the kind of kid that could break down barriers, regardless of background. Will brought those people in and those kids in and made them feel a part of something. And then the last thing about Will, and I'm sitting here envisioning it right now, was his shot. And if any of you saw Will play, he had this high, arcing, 3-point shot. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it before. As a matter of fact, I think there was a couple games at Memorial with your low ceiling. I think he scraped the ceiling a couple times on his shots. But I just envisioned that shot splashing through the net and looking back at the person shooting it and the heart and the courage that Will always had as a basketball player and as a person on and off the court. And the last lesson about that is that as parents, a lot of us sit around when our kids are younger and we talk about how we can help our sons and daughters be better athletes. And Brian used to talk about teaching Will, taking him in the driveway and telling him, shoot the ball as high as you can. And he took that to heart. So the other thing about Will is he listened to his daddy. And it paid off for him. So those things really are what I think about when I think about Will. And tonight we're just going to take a minute to talk about Opportunity 34. And his family, after the tragedy, the people that they are, the person that Will was, said, you know what, we're going to turn this into something positive. And he created a scholarship opportunity set up for kids that played basketball and had a need. And last year, Opportunity 34 awarded $45,000 in scholarship money. This year, Opportunity This year, Opportunity 34 scholarships will be here at Verona, Madison West, in honor of Les Luring, Alex's father, who passed away not too long ago. and at Mount Horeb for a total of $30,000. Of the $30,000, Verona area's portion will be $11,800. $2,500 of that will be going to Brianna Woods for her second year of post-secondary education. $2,500 is going to be going to Tommy McKnight for his second year of post-secondary education. And $3,400 each will go to 2 Verona area high school seniors, of course, yet to be named and awarded. So again, Opportunity 34 is something that was created out of a tragedy, and it's a commitment to Will's legacy that's going to continue, and it's providing an opportunity for students that have a need and may not have had the opportunity without this. So, if we could, rather than a moment of silence, can we just please stand, and we're already standing, and we're in a basketball forum as a community, with a vision of Will's three-point shot splashing through the net. If we could just stand and give Will one last applause. Thanks, everybody.